Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
J&W Services, Linco Distributors in Midland, Texas. That's where they're located, but they serve all the oil and gas people around everywhere. And they put this company together, and if you go in there and look, they've got a whole bunch of little companies that are all in this one J&W Services, Linco Distributors. And they did that so that they could help serve you in lots of different ways. And they can do it. These are Texas Tech guys, and they'll help everybody because that's what Red Raiders do. But they just are outstanding in this business, and if you need them on your team, I would say that. J&W Services, Linco Distributors, Brett Beck and Scott Blakely, Cade Walton, and just, they can do it all. They can manufacture parts, in fact. And Mighty Wash, I'd like to come back and rejoin Midland, Odessa when we do the Mighty Wash spot, because there's lots of Mighty Washes down there in that area and all across the Permian Basin, eastern New Mexico, and, of course, certainly here in Lubbock. And their job is to get you the best car wash they can possibly give you. They got the free vacuums and the blowers, and they'll hand dry it. They do hand dry it when you're coming out, but they'll even do more hand drying for you at Mighty Wash. Check them out. All right, Michael did a great job.
Oh, didn't he?
My gosh, he did. Isn't it funny that was his granddad that had that store? Yeah. That's the only other Real Hosses I know.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Oh, I wonder why you were saying that.
All right. We have got
Chris Snead,
one of our favorite officials. It might be our only favorite.
It's a short list, Chris.
Our only favorite official, Chris Snead.
No, we love you guys. Couldn't do it without you.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Doing great. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Where you headed?
Well.
Where you headed?
My wife and I are actually headed to Austin, Texas, to attend the funeral of another official that you all know, John Bible, passed away a few weeks ago.
That's a big name.
So heading down to Austin to pay our respects to.
That's very nice.
Who a guy I actually, we started off as adversaries and became good friends over the years as he came to work in the SEC at the end of his career.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know he went over to the SEC.
I didn't either.
Yeah, he came over the same year I went to the SEC. He came to the SEC, came off the field, became a replay official in the SEC.
Okay. Well,
finished his career that way.
I don't ever hear the name Bible without thinking Crystal. Bible and Crystal. It's like ham and eggs.
Interestingly, both of them were inducted into the College Baseball Hall of Fame in the officiating category. And John Bible was obviously, I will say back in it might have been 2017. But Randy Crystal was inducted in 2021, which is the year we still were going through COVID, and we had a virtual class. So we invited that class back in 2024 last year. So they got to actually earlier this year, 2025. And so they finally got their due induction this year in person. So it was nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're good people. They, they were they were back in the day when everybody had their own officials. You had your own umpires, and they were the UT umpires. We had our umpires, and they had their umpires. We just couldn't talk our umpires into sort of leaning our way. And I think in that environment down there, I always thought it's, if you say out and the fans cheer, it's a lot easier to say out than it is safe. So anyway, I thought that UT had a good umpires for their home field. That's all I'm going to say.
Randy and John were both good guys, and I got to know them a lot better as I grew up and matured in my officiating career. So
how old was
guys.
he?
Huh?
How old was he?
John was 75, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's not good news. He's just barely older than us.
What's Crystal doing?
Yeah, he got cancer, and it progressed quickly, and it's a little bit of a sad deal. So, but he worked right up until the end, and he was working a partial schedule last year in the SEC, and was doing some grading and some. He was ironically was the position chief for the center jets position, so he was actually kind of my supervisor at the end of the SEC.
All right,
that's cool.
Okay, now then, what we have you on today for is our tradition of having you on to tell us about the rules changes. Are there very many rules this year changing?
Not really, because this is in the NCAA they have on years and off years. And odd years or off years. That means the rules changes for football are only football player safety related. So everything that has to do with shortening games, safety of the players. Those are the things that are related to this year's rule changes. So, so the first thing that most people have, I guess, over the last couple of years on these on kickoffs and punts, you've seen the players put out what we call the T signal, and the T signal is basically they extend their arms out, kind of like an iron cross.
Yeah.
And when they do that really didn't have any meaning. But what it become traditionally for these players, what it had become to mean is that I'm not going to run the ball. And so you saw the kickoff, and the players kick the ball off, and then they kick it out of the back of the end zone, and the player puts his hands up with the T formation, which is not a fair catch signal. But everyone stopped playing. Well, what happened at the end of the year? A couple of players at the end of the year put the T signal up. All the players stopped playing, and they picked the ball up and ran because that's not an official signal. So the rules committee got together and they gave that signal some meaning, and what it is now is an invalid fair catch signal. So what does that mean? It means if you give that signal and you touch the ball becomes dead. However, that doesn't absolve you from from getting hit. So you can still be legally hit because it's an invalid fair catch signal. So the rule of thumb there is give a valid fair catch signal, which is one arm waving back and forth over your head. That lets everyone know that you're not going to run this ball, and you're given a free and fair opportunity to catch the ball. So now on the other side, if you give the T signal, you still have a free, unimpeded opportunity to catch the ball. They can hit you after you catch it, just legally.
It's not like you need to just can the T altogether.
This says right here. Yeah, that probably.
I wish they would. I wish they would, because it's another thing for us to have to officiate. And, it was especially hard last year because we were now officiating the intent. What is his intent? Is he trying to deke these guys, or is he just trying to let everyone know I'm not going to run? And, it was great while no one was doing it, but when a guy took off, all of a sudden it became an issue.
Probably a Stanford guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harvard.
I want to say it was a Georgia Tech guy at the end of the year.
It says here that if any player on the kickoff return team makes a T signal with his arms during the kick, they give up their right to make a return, and the play will be whistled dead. That's
the same. Any player at all. Any player. So any of the 11 players anywhere on the field, if they give that T signal, it absolves them of being able to run. Same with a fair catch signal. So if an up back gives a fair catch signal and the deep back catches it, here's the problem. Here's the problem. If you catch that ball, if you kick off and you catch that ball at the 4-yard line and an up back gives a fair catch signal, guess what? You're getting the ball at the 4-yard line.
Yeah.
Because you can only get the privilege of the fair catch inside the 25, taking the ball to the 25, if you give the fair catch and then catch it.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to some more meaty rules, if there are any.
Well, here's this one right here. We've had a problem with the feigning of injuries. All the players, faking, going down, stop the clock. Well, here's what's happening now. They've put a rule in now. We've been asking for this. If you go down after the ball is set, and the ball's on the ground, and the player's been made ready for play, if you go down at that point, then it's going to cost your team a timeout. And period. No. There's not going to be an official's timeout for an injured player. It's just going to cost you a team timeout. And from that point on, the rest of the game, if you run out of timeouts, it's going to cost your team 5 yards. So if you do that in the fourth quarter,
how do you
and you don't have any timeouts,
if you're really hurt?
Yeah,
Chris, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to let you take the credit for this. They can call it the Snead rule, even though you got it from me. If somebody just flops down during the play, if they flop down to stop, for whatever reason, they've got to sit out the entire series, whether it's on offense or defense. If they flop over, and maybe they're really hurt, but if you're really hurt enough to stop the game, then you're really hurt enough not to come back in on the next play. Just drag them off like rollerball. I don't know if you ever watched rollerball. Just drag them off, and they can't come back in that series, but they can come back in the next series. It's brilliant.
That was discussed. That was discussed by the site committee, and they decided that was too punitive team. But that has been discussed, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's still on the table. They're gonna give this a couple of years to see how this works, to see if this curtails. Now, what you're gonna probably see coaches doing is, they save a timeout so that they can challenge a play on replay in the fourth quarter. What you're going to see is them saving a timeout so that they can buy a player back and still have this. So I think they're trying to curtail this action.
This rule is not going to stick around very long. This rule will not stick around very long because kids actually do get hurt, and it shouldn't cost you a timeout if they do get hurt. Now, what is the time period that they're calling this?
I agree.
The what?
After the ball has been made ready for play.
But with like 3 minutes left in the half, or just the whole game?
Nope. Anytime.
Anytime a kid gets hurt, it costs you a timeout.
No, if you don't have any timeout.
No. If the ball's been made ready for play.
Okay, you can't just fly. Okay.
If you're running down the yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If the ball's been made ready for play and they look to the sideline and then someone tells them to go down and they go down, that's what it would happen.
That's understandable. But if they, I hate for you guys to have to try to determine, is he really hurt?
Yeah.
I think he's faking.
Well, and that's the other part of this. We're not doctors. We didn't go to medical school. Yeah. We didn't stay at any Holiday Inns last night. So we're going to just have to assume if a player goes down, they're hurt.
Yeah.
And so we treat them as they present as injured. That's how the rule reads.
So you teach your kids,
as injured.
If you're hurt, be hurt quickly so the ball's not put ready for play. If you be hurt,
yes,
be hurt.
That's a key. Once the ball's been ready for play, if you go down, it's going to cost you a timeout or 5 yards if you don't.
Okay.
Is that a big problem that the play happened and the play's over and they're about to make the ball ready for play?
Always. It's horrible.
That's exactly what it happens.
And now I'm hurt?
It's a huge deal.
That's exactly what it happened.
Yeah.
Huge problem.
Well, that's ridiculous.
It's a huge problem.
Coaches and players have learned to manipulate the timing rules and the rules of injury to stop momentum on offense.
Well, things have gotten so important nowadays that integrity, you got to sort of flip-flop on your integrity a little, and that's one of those integrity deals. When somebody's not hurt and they flop down, that gets into integrity.
They shouldn't get to play anymore ever.
Ever.
All right, real quick, they got a couple more here. One more for overtime rules. The timeouts are going to change a little bit. Both teams will get one timeout in the first and the second overtime, but starting with the third overtime, they'll only get one timeout, and that timeout goes the rest of the way. So if you go 7 more overtimes, you get one timeout starting with the third one.
All right, when is it you have to go for 2? Is it after the second one?
Yeah, on the third.
After the second one, okay, so the first overtime, it's like regular football. The second overtime, you score a touchdown, but you have to go for 2.
Okay.
And then the third, starting with the third overtime, and this is why they're changing to one timeout.
Yeah.
Is it's just going for 2. Okay. So it's one play from the 2-yard line.
All right.
From the 3-yard line, and you're just going.
I go with that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
trying to move it along. Yeah.
This next one is a sometimes on the replay, when we go to replay and we come back and they say the call stands, and you get different replay people using different terminology, and they'll say a call stands or a call is confirmed. Well, they changed the terminology. It's either going to be upheld or overturned. So there's no more, it's been changed, it stands, it's upheld or it's overturned. Those are the only 2 terms you will use for replay, and that's to help TV understand that, it doesn't matter what you have. If you change anything, it's overturned. If it's going to stay, it's upheld. Rather, if it's just standing or if it's confirmed.
Yeah, that standing deal made it sound like we really don't know. We're not
That's
sure.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
We're not for sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of times replay, if you've ever watched a replay, sometimes it's just they can't get to indisputable video evidence. And so they have to have a way for us to understand that, hey, we can't do anything with this, so the call is going to be upheld.
Okay.
And they're still going to run all the way down the field and look at the little screen.
And you know what? I go with my referee, and we have a saying, it never fails. When we're on one side, the replay thing is always on the other side of the field. It's never right next to where we're at. We all going to run 70 yards.
Well, Chris,
all right,
go ahead. Go ahead. No, I was just going to say there's people up there with a big screen that are seeing it that could just tell y'all, hey, overturn. And you don't have to run all the way down there. Okay, we got 1 minute. Get the last one in here.
Well, the last one, turns, move down, observe the defense, and the clapping is so the defense never clap anymore, and the offense say move, and they can never say stand.
Yeah, they're trying to get them to
offense
jump.
And defense have been trying to pull the other team offside.
Yeah, that's a good rule.
Absolutely, and so they've changed it so they can't do those things.
Hey, one last thing.
There's a few other small editorial things, but that's the most.
Hey, one last thing. Gary and I want to thank you for what you did for Texas Tech and the Alumni Association. You were such a great asset to Texas Tech, and you will continue to be. We thank you.
Well, I appreciate that, guys. I enjoyed my almost 27 years. I love working for Texas Tech. I love serving people and getting to be a Red Raider. And
well, I hope Tech finds something else for you. Appreciate you, man.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
All right.
Chris Snead. We'll be right back.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All right, welcome back. Debbie was saying something very important.
Very important.
Was it very important?
Yes.
I was just telling you, H.G. Thrash clothed Joey for media days.
They did.
Yes,
I thought he looked sharp.
He did look sharp.
Aren't they? That store is amazing. And here's the deal about the store. Once you've been in and shopped with them just once, they know all what you like.
Yes, it's very nice. You can just call and say, I need a blazer, and they know Joey's size and all that.
Everything.
They're
They
great.
get it right to you. That's HG Thrash Clothier. And we got a new sponsor, relatively new, West Texas State Bank, and we are thankful for them. They're out on 72nd and Slide. They're going to be moving eventually. They bought the old AIM Bank building on Slide Road in like 29th, 26th, somewhere. And they're looking forward to that. But West Texas State Bank, Jimmy Carmichael, who was a quarterback at Texas Tech, is one of their top loan officers there, one of their top guys.
In fact, one of our top recruits ever until this week. How excited were the husbands about this?
They were pretty excited.
Y'all been excited a lot.
It's been a fun ride here these last few months for sure.
It's unbelievable. I don't know how they do all they do. Do y'all ever get to see them?
See our husbands? No, not really. We go up to practice a lot. So.
By the way, this is Debbie McGuire right here, Joey's wife, and this is Jackie Fagan, who is Kenny Perry's wife. And I haven't met you before, but it's so good to have you with us. And
thank you for
letting us
having
have
me.
Kenny.
Yeah. Yep. He's a special one, that Kenny Perry.
First time I met him,
we all love him.
I was doing a high school football game at Jones AT&T Stadium, Coronado, and Arlington Bowie.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and we had a really good player named Austin Zuzalik, who was real fast. And Arlington Bowie had 12 guys or 15 faster than Austin Zuzalik.
Yeah.
I was like, this ain't fair.
Yeah, he had a pretty special team that year.
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever met him. And he hadn't changed a bit.
Not one bit.
Got more intense.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's fun.
Well, y'all's husbands are like really close, aren't they?
They are. Yeah. So they met through the high school. We didn't ever play against each other like during the season, but we would preseason games with them. But yes, they are very close.
Yeah.
Kenny's the one that lets Joey know if he needs any good counseling. I don't know.
Counseling from Kenny Perry. That's what I'm looking for. That's all. Sign up.
Needs to write a book.
He can do it. He can handle it.
Oh, he's got they're so intense and they bring such energy.
Yeah.
And I know that's the coaches that that y'all have hired.
Yeah.
And of course, Joey sets the standard, and Kenny Perry's right there with him with this energy. The fire that I watch all this stuff being reported. I'm like, when did they have time to coach football? Because they're recruiting all the time.
Well, I personally hope they are coaching football because we want to see what's going on the field that we've put in the.
Well, they have been, on
the roster.
We're excited.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, let's talk about this: the women behind the brand, toughest, hardest working, most competitive. July the 28th is when you had it, and my wife Jan went.
Yes.
My daughter Rachel went.
Yes.
My daughter-in-law Megan went. And Daisha, of course, is a good.
Yes.
She's almost like family to us.
What'd they say?
Oh my gosh, they just raved about it. They loved every part of it. They loved the food. They loved the atmosphere. They loved everything.
And there's a huge turnout, wasn't there?
Oh my
We
gosh.
had 956 register. I didn't check back to see if all 956. I really feel like even more came. Mm-hmm. But that's you throw in all the coaches' wives and the people that help us, and then the actual coaches, and it's
And the players.
It was a lot, but I was so anxious about this year because of the numbers. I mean, our first year we had 300, and we didn't have full control the first year. The second year we went to 600, 650. Last year was 750, and we were like, we're not going to go any higher. And I just can't say no.
She can't say
I
no.
just can't.
You're just.
But we did still have some people on the waiting list. So next year we put out a whole bunch of posts. You got to sign up early. It sold out in 2 hours.
I know.
Good grief.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal that there's that amount of interest among the women. That it's a women's event.
I love it. We get so many people that say, Jackie probably did too, we look forward to this every year. This is our favorite event every year. And it means a lot because we do put a lot of work into it. I mean, it's not a school, which Jackie could talk about that. I've never been a part of a school that had the women's clinics.
Yeah.
Which, the very first year, I went in there and I said, we'd been here a hot second and said, we don't want it to be called the women's clinic. That makes me feel like I'm going to a female doctor.
Come on in, we'll check you out.
So we were all about the brand, and I was like, you know what? We are the toughest, hardest working, most competitive women, so we're going to be women behind the brand.
That's excellent.
And it's just grown.
All right.
But you get a good goodie bag. I mean, we got some canvas bags
swag.
this year.
Phenomenal.
And all that.
They love it.
I got my picture made with Jan.
Yeah, you did. And Coach McGuire went and sat down when they were eating. He came and sat down with Jan and Rachel and our group.
See, I knew he wasn't working.
Just joining in. He wasn't. He was just visiting is what he was doing, which is really he's great at. But it's just so much. And of course we do events. Gary and I do events with the Hall of Honor and Lubbock ISD and several other things and FCA and stuff. These are not easy to do. They are hard to get everything organized.
It is.
How many people help you?
Well, the wives do. The initial committee is probably just me, Leisha, who left us. She was Joey's assistant. She left us the day after Women Behind the Brand. She went to California. We miss her. Yep. Jackie, Coach Clay McGuire's wife, helps out a lot. And then the week of, we get a good group of wives that help out. Jan came out and helped assemble bags.
Mm-hmm. She said she didn't really do much, but...
She didn't, but we visited.
It's one of her strengths.
She'll talk to you and she'll ask you questions. Go ahead, Jackie.
And you worked with, you had a student organization?
Yeah, NCL. The NCL girls came.
So we're also working with the community, but it was great. Being a part of other football clinics at some other universities, this is a whole different scale. Even with the 350, there was one in the very beginning that, was probably about that similar size. But this is a whole nother level. It
really is.
Yeah, and entertainment, and the thing they love the best is the one that Kenny and I supervise, which is the drills. And those ladies cannot wait to hit the dummies, but mostly they cannot wait to kick. It's crazy.
And we're the worst at the games kicking field goals.
Believe it or not, there are a few women athletes that make a field goal, and
old
we have
soccer
several.
players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all soccer players.
Yeah.
Shout out to the soccer players.
There you go.
So
Well, you mentioned hitting the dummies, and I saw one video that there was one young lady, and I think we know her, but she hit the dummy, knocked Coach McGuire flat on his back.
Oh, I love it.
On the deal. She went after him. He's holding the dummy up here. She knocked it over, him over, the whole
wow.
deal.
Yeah.
Was that my husband or Clay?
No, it was your husband.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's great.
It was
Why
your.
didn't we get that on video?
I know.
Well, it is on video. That's
Oh,
where
we
I
need to
saw
find
it.
that.
You got to find it.
Yeah, we got to find that.
Because he got flat. Ask him about it.
I saw ladies going up like they were going to hit a football player, and then they started like two-stepping with them. I mean, they're just having a great time. It was great, and the players love it
Yes.
too. They're all involved
Isn't
in
that
it,
great?
and they're having a great time doing touchdown dances with them. You know, it's a great time.
Was Barron there?
Oh yeah. No, he's first
It
one.
doesn't hurt to have
leading
a
the
good-looking quarterback
Yeah.
out there.
Hey, we got lots of good-looking kids
Yeah.
on our team.
We got some monsters too.
We do. We have
God.
some big uns. Yeah.
I've never seen Tech this big and this mature looking.
Yeah.
I used to always say we need to get us some guys like Oklahoma's guys. You know, they're like grown pro players.
Well,
We've got
we got
'em.
them.
We got
yeah.
Well, and y'all been around it for a long time now. What colleges have y'all been at?
He started at TCU after Bowie, and then we went to KU. He had a little bit of stint with the XFL and Bob Stoops. I think it was the second iteration, and then SMU, and then we got to join our friends at Tech.
Okay, so y'all been around a lot of different college
Yes, sir.
football teams, so y'all know the difference. And y'all can see and sense and
yes.
feel the difference in this bunch.
yes.
Because we hear that, but
Yeah.
I haven't yet to be out there. I'm gonna go out there.
We're all going
practice
today
it,
for
but-
the scrimmage.
Yeah, and what's the password again? You got to give a password if you're going to go
Oh,
out
we do
there.
codes now. I'll give you the code.
Okay, we got a
Just a
code.
code.
Special codes.
I will never live that down.
She
Will
told,
I?
last time she was on, she invited everybody to the scrimmage. Well, it wasn't open to the public.
I'm nice, David.
But
What can I
Debbie,
say?
she's just an
Can't say
includer.
no.
I'm an includer. Yeah. That's funny. And Matt Dowdy.
I was met by him.
Oh my gosh, Matt's calling
Quickly.
us, telling him we had to correct it immediately. You cannot go to the scrimmage today.
Well, I'm assuming y'all are going to the scrimmage.
We are. Yes, we are.
Okay, all right. So we
Okay.
need to get y'all out of here at 22.
What time? It starts at 11.
11. Yeah.
All right.
I'm golfing today, or I'd come in with y'all.
Absolutely.
Sneak in behind y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to make it.
You don't have
But I am
sneak
coming.
in. Joy
No.
let you
No,
in.
I was going
no.
to say, y'all are always welcome.
Are we really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. By golly.
So
we
is
get
everybody
there.
else out there. Y'all just come on.
No.
That's fine, but Joey's not going
I'm
to be at
just
the
kidding,
gate.
Matt.
Joey, Debbie, and Jackie aren't going to be at the gate saying, "Come on in." There's going to be somebody going,
You can't come in
"Who
here.
are you? What are you doing here?"
Joey's wife said we could come in.
Yeah, Debbie said, "We're in."
That's pretty funny. And, you know, I just look at all the stuff that, and here's the other thing that y'all got to do this year that was really awesome was the Womble football facility. That blew them away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, absolutely, just blew them away. What Tech? It's a for us that grew up at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
What we used to have.
Yeah.
You know, it was
It's
pathetic
incredible.
what
Yes.
we had.
It is truly
and now we're
incredible.
the best of the best.
Yeah. I would love to see anybody else's school compete with what we have.
Yeah.
Even NFL. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And we were I had some people sending me texts saying that men were on the blogs or whatever, or maybe even just posting on Twitter saying, I wish I was a woman behind the brand.
Well, it is a cool deal, and the proceeds go to One Voice, which
One
I
Voice
mentioned,
Home.
Daisha Hamby, and we grew up with her. With Rachel, they're still the best friends, but survivors of sex trafficking and this unique journey of healing. And tell them how much you gave to.
We
this.
gave $75,000 to One Voice Home, and we're so proud of that. We went to the Josh Abbott fundraiser, something or other. I can't remember what it's called. The first year, and they were that's who they sponsored, and it was just great. It was very near and dear. I brought a table of wives, and it touched several of us, and I reached out to Taylor Abbott and said, would you mind if and she's like, absolutely, go for it. So I love Daisha. She has become a great friend to me. She's very gracious with what she does. I mean, it's just amazing. And I do get a chance to meet the girls that are housed there, and it really is. It's great what they do.
This
for
got to
these
be a
ladies.
big part of their budget, I would think. That's a huge donation.
That's a lot of money. $75,000.
$75,000. Yeah, we're real proud of that.
That's sweet. I mean, that is.
Then our silent and live auctions, we're able to give a little bit back to football, which we are able to feed the band when they come in, or not feed them. We buy snow cones for the band when they come out. Here next week probably and practice with the team. All the fall sports.
Who was the? I saw a video on this too. The football guys are out on the field with the band, marching, practicing. I just saw this.
We do a lot of things. We wear a lot of hats.
I mean, it was so funny to see them. They were just marching down the field with.
They really do have fun, and I remember that from last year. And we've got some that are being the conductors.
Yeah.
That might have been what it was a video from last year, but it was so funny. Is Joel Pagan? He's the band director.
Yes. Yeah.
He's a fun guy.
He is. Yes. His wife reached out to me, and I need to get her to that practice.
Yeah. That's so cool. It's just amazing how y'all have plugged in. You wives have plugged in, and I promise y'all are huge assets for these coaches. You really are.
We know. We know that, right?
We like to think we are. I mean, and you think about it, we're the ones behind the scenes. So, I got the text, we pick up my prescription today. Those are things, they're so busy.
What's he taking?
What's he taking?
There are laws against that. I can't say that.
Jackie is my bestie, so we bounce off each other about Joey.
We were at
Kenny
Cedar Hill together. So, in fact, Joey is the one that introduced Kenny and I. So, fun fact.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I was at Cedar Hill.
Well, lucky for Kenny.
Yes.
Very lucky.
Definitely. Yeah.
Does he knows that too, doesn't he?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
He's got
he does.
to.
Yeah, but we don't have small children, but a lot of the staff has small children, and we're the caretakers, and we're always making sure they're involved, and Debbie does a great job keeping everybody together, as much as Joey does for the football players and the coaching staff. Debbie does the equal amount for the wives and the families. She's always got something going on, some kind of event, or just a small gathering, and it builds that culture, the same family culture that Joey wants. So kudos to her.
We got family going on at Texas Tech.
Yes, sir.
And I'm telling you, in all sports, I'm so. Gary and I talk about this all the time. How thankful we are for our coaches, because we have some of the best in the country.
Agree.
Up and down the line. And it's really fun. It's like a family atmosphere. In fact, why don't you tell them what you did last weekend, because you couldn't be on the show last week. We
had a wives retreat. So we went out to one of our friends' ranch house, and that was the first time that we have done that. And it's large. It slept. Well, we had 26 there. Then we had that came for it. Yeah. We had 23 that slept. But it was a big time. I mean,
the other three just partied all night.
Yeah, they didn't sleep. Well, there was a few hours on that too.
Well, Gary, I'll tell you, one group went to bed at 12:30, and I was like, oh, I'm glad, because one's pregnant.
Yeah.
They've got young kids. The next group was 2:30. Then we had 4 a.m., which is your girl, stayed up to 4 a.m. And then we had a group go to bed at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, it's 4.
It's almost why bother at 6 a.m.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly.
It was at Shaggy's.
But it was at Shaggy's, It was so much fun.
So we were mudding at 3:30. Yeah, mudding out. It was great. It was 3:30 in the morning. So
it's like that Toby Keith song, you're not as good as what is it?
As I once was.
Yeah.
I'm good once.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever they said.
That's a good call.
All right, we're fixing to take a break. That's a young state. One more segment?
Sure,
yes,
sure.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear about your family and things like that. Just all kinds of stuff. And David talked about his family going, my daughter did go to the thing.
Yeah, Amy did go.
Amy Wimmers did go too. So we were represented. Ashby's were represented.
Love it.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
You need to get your roof done.
Well, no. There's like over 100 roofers out there right now, and some haven't even been around here, but just for this hailstorm that we have. Roofwise has been around for a long time. And let me tell you, I sent them over to my mother-in-law's house to look at her roof. She's done them a great job. She stayed in touch with them because sometimes they'll come out and then they disappear for a couple of weeks. They're phenomenal. They are a great. So if you want to make the wise choice in roofing, it's Roof Wise.
It all works together.
I like
Very
it.
good job. Yeah.
Catchy.
Yeah. There you go. Well, all right. Now, of course, we've got a game coming up. Y'all know that we had a game. August the 29th. Yeah, so August 29th, I think. And
it's August
we'll
30th.
be out at the stadium, I assume.
I'm just saying it's August 30th.
August 30th, yeah. We'll be out at the stadium. And like you always come by and bring your family. You always have is it a bunch of family coming in?
But it's a 6:00 game. Are y'all out there for?
No.
You'll have
But
to
then
come
the
that
next
morning.
week is the 11 o'clock.
And we're not there at all because they preempt us.
There is no TNA on 11 a.m. games.
It's really sad.
It's sad.
2:30.
It's not all that
2:30 would have a show,
Okay,
like
well,
an hour and a half.
Oregon State is
Oh, is that moved to 2:30?
No, it was always at 2:30.
Oh.
I mean, well, since they put the times out, it was 6.
At one time, they moved it to 2:30. When they originally did it,
initially
they moved
put out
it to
the-
I thought it was 6:30.
No,
No,
this
it's
one is the
2:30.
first game. I'm talking about the
Okay.
Oregon State
I
game.
know, but I thought it was 6:30.
Well,
I don't pay attention.
We start our 17th year right about then, and one of the highlights of the first 16 years was when you and your sister-in-law came out. And then they had the whole group doing Raider Power out there.
Turned into just melee.
Hey, I was just trying to wave at you guys, saying hi.
Yeah. Well, it turned out more. It was fun. It's always fun. I mean, y'all are just fun to have around and have on, and I think that's what we've got, the whole atmosphere. Everybody's so fired up. I mean, so fired up.
Y'all, do y'all go? I'm assuming y'all do because you're fairly young. Social media. Do y'all read that mess? I mean, there's way more positive, but there's some people that can find the negative in Christmas.
I'm not on quite as much as Jackie would be able to see a lot of that, but I don't get on Twitter that much. If Joey or Garrett sends me something, I'll look at it, but it's not the post where I can get myself upset. It's the comments under the post.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
So I'm not going to lie, I'll go down a rabbit hole, but I blame it on somebody else that forwarded it to me to begin with. So
Okay, you didn't seek it out. It was
I didn't seek it out.
thrust upon you.
It's healthier if I just don't.
It really is, because there's some people that it's like they wake up in the morning and go, okay, what can go wrong today?
Yeah. Well, if it's on Facebook or Instagram under the post, I get on those sites, and it's rude. Because you've asked me to be your friend on those. Why are you being mean about my family?
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't see any of that.
I thought we were friends.
I know.
Well, speaking of family, having the boy back, that's got to be.
Oh, it's
so great.
It's so wonderful. I mean, it's just a dream come true for me as a mom. I don't have to worry about getting to Nebraska for this or that, and having no break on our bye week. I'm going to get to do that this year.
Yeah.
But Joey and Garrett, they love it. I bet still once a week, one or the other texts about how excited they are to be here.
Yeah.
And he's great. He's a great young coach. Mm-hmm.
Here's what I like about, because Joey hiring his son, that's a tough decision. Mm-hmm. But Garrett went out and earned his stripes and came back.
Yeah.
So that helps immensely.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, the family thing, it doesn't always work. It's very
right.
Then everybody gets their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
You know, then the people start putting stuff online.
Yeah. Don't be talking about my son now.
Do not talk about son.
You might be able to talk about Joey, but don't talk about
Yeah,
Garrett.
don't talk about Garrett.
Yeah, and I'll say, even yesterday I was up at practice, and Kenny really made a point to endorse Garrett in front of me, who I've known since he was knee high to a grasshopper, whatever. But he's a phenomenal coach. So I hope I know everybody's going to get to see. I see it when I go to practice, and I see the relationships that he's building, at a very young age. And he grew up under his dad's desk, so he's groomed for this. Like, this is his thing.
Yeah. He's Joey and Debbie's baby boy, so you know he's going to have some.
Yeah.
He
Some qualities
he got
that-
fire to him, I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he's
Got no choice.
No.
We went out to it's the spring game? I think it was the spring game or one of the spring
yeah.
practices.
This is funny.
And he is over there. He's saying some things that I did not teach him. He's yelling. He's fired up. And I'm not kidding. I live with Joey. I birthed that boy, and I swore it was Joey. It was. I went by and I think Jackie might have been one of those. Did you hear Garrett? He was all fired up. And I'm like, my kid didn't say that.
Yeah.
He did. He is a lot like his daddy. His mannerisms, which I haven't been able to see that.
Yeah.
But he's gonna do good. But he's very happy to be here. I mean, he was all in before he got here. So
Is he coaching running backs?
yes,
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And we got this new Quentin Joyner. And, really nobody's talking about Quentin Joyner very much. They're talking about all these linemen and offense and defense and edge rushers.
he's fine. He's fine with
Quentin
that.
Joyner is a stud.
He's
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really is. And I think people are USC doesn't recruit guys that can't play.
Yeah.
And the fact that we've got him now, I can't wait to watch it. I think he's got it all. I think he can run inside.
Yeah.
I think he's got speed.
Well, what you mentioned about the offensive line is why we're going to be talking about
Yeah.
Quentin Joyner as the season
Yeah.
goes
And
along
Barron.
because
Yeah.
it's hard to be a good running back and it's impossible to be a good quarterback. Well, I say that Mahomes did fine with a average offensive line,
Yeah.
but it's really hard. We're going to see a different Barron Morton this year because he's going to be able to drop back and
Yeah.
look at his
Agree.
second and third
Not run for
reads
his
and
life
stuff
every
like
time.
that.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I said earlier, I really feel like if he can stay healthy, and that's always subject, but if he can stay healthy, I think he will be in the Heisman Trophy talk.
Love it.
did
You heard it first
I love it.
right here.
Right
Yeah,
here.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Love
I
it.
agree. That could, and the real important part of that talk is Tech will be winning. And that's how you get noticed, and that's how you get in the Heisman Trophy talk.
Hey, real quickly before we leave Barron, 16 years ago, our very, very first show, our very, very first guest was James Morton, Coach
Yeah.
Morton.
Really?
And he's been
Very-
on the show on our anniversary for 16 straight years, so he will be on our show in 2 weeks.
He's
love
Monterey.
Coach.
He was at Monterey and had so many great years at Monterey.
at
Coach
practice
Gary's boy.
yesterday.
Oh, was he?
I
No,
got to say hi to him.
no, he's a
He's
good
a
one.
good one.
Yeah.
Oh, he really is.
He's a kid. All right, we heard about her family. How about your family?
Oh my gosh. So let's see. Kenny has two. Alexa's in the DFW area, and Keaton's in Houston, both doing really well. Alexa's actually coaching. So
Oh, wow.
she's very much like her dad. And my son is in Dallas and doing really well. So
Okay.
What does she coach?
I think everything. So like track, volleyball, I know for sure. Track
Yeah.
and volleyball.
So high school?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, they're doing really
How
well.
long you and Kenny been married?
We've been together 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah, 15 years.
It's a good thing he's gone a lot. No, he is so intense. He's a wonderful
great.
guy, teddy bear kind of a guy.
Yeah, we tease him a lot, but he is so giving, and he's just really special.
He
so,
is.
Yeah.
Yes, he's one
And
of the
he's-
greatest men I know.
He's intense. Very
Yeah.
intense. But yeah.
We talk about coaches and we're just so fortunate to have Joey and Kenny and the staff they put together. And we're just fortunate. And, and here's the deal about it. A lot of coaches are looking when you came to Texas Tech, okay, I'll go to Texas Tech, then I'll step
Stepping
up here.
stone.
That ain't what's happening here. I would predict that those two guys would be here for 30 years. They can keep winning. Just keep on winning.
This is the first time we bought a house, and we love Lubbock. We absolutely love it. So yeah, we're in it.
Yeah. Well, we're hoping that's y'all are here forever.
Well, we talk about, NIL is a big darn deal right now, and it's part of the reason that kids will look to Tech to begin with. But you've got to have facilities, which we've got, and you've got to have coaches that can connect and relate to these kids, which we have. Because you can throw money at a kid, but if he doesn't like the facilities and the coaches and the environment he's going to be in, we're not going to get him.
And what are we hearing, Gary, from every one of these guys, these big guys that are coming to Texas Tech? They love it here.
Yeah,
they love the
community.
coaches.
What is there not to love about this place?
I know it. It's awesome. And Texas Tech is the deal.
Yeah.
It is
the show.
It is. But we love all of Lubbock. We just love the community. No, I do hope we are here. I hope Joey ends his career he's going to die. Remember that press conference where he said, I'm going to die at Texas Tech?
We hope it's a long time from now.
My point is we just want to stay. We want to win and we want to stay.
Well, we want you to stay. And everybody gets so, well, what were we last year? 8-4, 8-5. We went to bowl game again. He's had a great start. And what y'all built here and this brand, and I tell Gary, and we talk about it all the time, I don't know of a college anywhere that has a better brand than we do right now with y'all and Mahomes and Oberg. And it's unbelievable what's going on.
It's great.
Yeah, it's good to have him on our side, too.
Well, let me tell you, he's standing next to the president the other day, having the president talking about. We're talking about Cody Campbell now.
Yeah.
And it's hard to talk Texas Tech football without talking about Cody Campbell because NIL is so important nowadays. You got to have people like that, or you can try as hard as you want, but you got to at least have those kids come look. And if they come look, we'll sell them on it.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, I would say we, not me, but Joey and Kenny and all that bunch will. But Cody Campbell's a huge part of that. And
have you seen what he's posted lately?
Dusty Womble.
No.
He's posted lately. Lubbock, Texas Tech is on fire.
Yeah, it is.
And of course, you go down there about 2, and there's an Oklahoma Sooner saying, "Yeah, but you still can't win." Something like that.
We're going to get that.
I just want to respond to that and say,
it's hard.
It's not worth it. That would just start the domino effect. But I mean, as much as we want to win for ourselves, for our players, I mean, we equally want to win for the community of Lubbock because they deserve it. I mean, there's such great people here. We have been here 3.5 years, and you've been here how long?
Oh, all my life.
And how long?
All life's
less than him.
We want to finish out here and do the same thing and give back to what everybody in Lubbock has given to us.
That's awesome. That is awesome. We're going to have, this could be the year where we've had some really great years in the past at Texas Tech, our 11-1 team, and we've had some really great years. But I think that what we're building now is sustainable.
And we're fixing to stack a few together.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
And be in the national every year. Now they're talking Texas Tech football instead of Ohio State and Texas, and
I love it.
now then Texas Tech.
Well, real quickly, because there's no guarantees, even if you've got, because Texas has the best recruiting class almost every year.
Yep.
And they've only, in the history, won 4 national championships. And they've only been voted the number 1 team in the nation in the first poll and the preseason poll. How many times?
Get this. I know the answer. How many times have they been preseason number 1?
And they always had the best recruiting
all
class.
the years of Texas.
A lot.
A ton, a lot, or one.
One time.
This year. First time.
Really? That surprises me.
Well, I might be lying.
No, we
I don't
heard it
think
at
I
lunch.
am. I read it. I read it.
Yeah.
That does surprise me just because everybody's usually all ate up with it.
All right, here's my point. My point is we may have, and I think we do, have the best athletes and coaches in the conference, but it still takes it takes some luck. It takes the ball bouncing that way instead of that way. And I really do, and David says this every year, so you can't even listen to him. But I really think that this bunch could be undefeated. But the ball's got to bounce a little every now and then. We may lose a game or two.
But I have us undefeated every year.
Thank you. I think Joey does too.
I know.
But you have to be that way.
He does, and he takes grief over it.
Yeah.
And then Kenny doesn't. I mean, Kenny's like more realistic.
Realistic,
yeah.
Kenny and I are more realistic.
Yeah,
well, you can't get up at the Red Raider kickoff luncheon and go, I think we'll lose 4 or 5.
Yeah, you can.
But they're going to be really close losses.
We're going to play pretty good.
No, we're going to try.
People are going to go, huh?
I'm requesting some blowouts. I've told him.
Yes.
I want
no
to.
lie.
I don't want that. I mean, I know people say, oh, that was the best game ever.
Stressful.
Yeah.
But I just want to walk down from my suite, that tunnel that is steep, and I don't want to run down it and be afraid I'm going to be doing somersaults on the way down. I just want to walk down there. I want to say hey to everybody. We got this in the bag.
Well, you remember the Abilene Christian game last year.
I don't remember.
That was one of those that's supposed to be a whooping.
Yes.
And we barely won
Yes,
it.
that was one of the ones. I mean, I'm
you're
tripping
just
over
like-
my feet going down there. We're not doing that.
She's told Coach, we ain't doing that no
We're
more.
not doing that.
It's,
I mean, I put my request in.
the other teams are trying too. That's the part.
Yeah, and they
wanna
have
win,
athletes,
and they want to win. And
Oh, we know they're going to be coming after us this year.
yeah, oh,
Definitely have a target on our back.
You got that right.
All right,
Jackie.
Mr. Realism, Kenny Perry. So he thinks we're going to be what, like 8-4?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just gonna say
He's a straight shooter.
Yeah.
12-0 is
Yeah.
not probably something.
Well, who does that? Who does 12-0?
Right.
I know, but not many.
But I feel better when he's. I feel better when he's a
does that
little
mean?
when he's a little
Cranky.
upset.
Cranky.
Yeah.
Cranky.
You're in good shape then most of the time.
True.
Oh.
Well, I usually even ask Kenny, I'm like, okay, how are we going to be this
Yeah.
year? Because he's a straight shooter, and he says we're good. We're really good.
Well, y'all are awesome. I'll tell you that. I don't know how they ended up with y'all, but they're very lucky guys.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Oh, yeah, I will. We just did. We told everybody. But thank y'all for what you do.
Thanks for having
Thank you for your energy and excitement and love for Texas Tech and Lubbock. And thank you for the brand, this Women Behind the Brand. This is a phenomenal deal. And thank
And
you
women
for
behind
proud of it.
coaches,
your-
vital.
Huge.
Vital.
Thank you.
Huge.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for coming by, and we'll see you out at the scrimmage with
bet.
everybody else. No, we're not
Yeah.
coming.
All right. We'll tell y'all the password here in just a little how you get in.
Yeah.
So
806.
806. That's an easy one. All right. Thank y'all for being here.
Thank
Jackie
you for having us.
Jackie
Appreciate
Fagan,
y'all.
who is Kenny Perry's wife, and Debbie McGuire, the head coach's wife. So good to have y'all. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3. Catch the show live Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on Double T 97.3 FM or on the Double T 97.3 mobile app.